You can divide your life into two eras. It's like before washlet and
Yeah.
after washlet, right?
Not being rude, but not being that extra polite. And then she was like, there are machine there.
That's it.
Only that.
今日はいろんな国のみんなに逆カルチャーショックの体験について話を聞いてみるよ With ガルシアさんイエーイこんにちは全人類と友達になる男僕がミスター富士ですそして
アロンです。
アンナです。
千人類が登録者になるとこ僕がガルシアさんです。そして
ダビッドです今日のテーマは逆カルチャーショックについて今日のゲストはガルシアさん
ようこそ。
来てもらいましたようこそ
ようこそ。ようこそ。
ありがとうございます。
でガルシアの友達の
ダビッドです。
そう
よろしくお願いします。
ダビッドね、日本語ペラペラのガルシアさんもスペイン人だし、ダビッドもスペイン人ね、みんなはどれくらい日本に住んでるの
1年半ぐらいだけだよね。
日本語上手すぎない日本語上手すぎないって言っていやいやって言ってるからガルシアは
同じタイミング来た。
でも私は来日して4年間ぐらいかな。
今年4年目かな。
みんなの国から日本に来た時ってカルチャーショックあるでしょで日本に慣れてもう一回自分の国に帰った時に逆のカルチャーショック絶対住んでた時だったら思わなかったことをなんかこう日本に慣れすぎて気づくようなことについて今から聞いてみたいと思いますそれでは行ってみましょう、最初行きたい人
あ、私ですよ。
Okay.
お、まあすげえやる気やる気
友達と一緒に夜遊びに行くじゃないですか。で、たくさんお酒飲むじゃん。で、トイレ行きたくなるじゃん。で、スペイン、トイレない。まあ、クラブとかバーの中にはあるんだけど、外とか全然ないんで、家帰るまでは我慢しなきゃいけない。
いや、すごいな、それ。
公園とかはい
や、でも、まあ、する人はいるんだけど、なんか、ずっとおまわりさんそこら辺いるから、
違う公衆ト
イレがあるんだ
Public toilet in the park.
もう考えがもうダメよダメ犬じゃないんだから
なんか友達それで罰金されたことあるよ。
外でやって
外でやって
法律違反なの
そうだよね。もし警察とかに見られたら、罰金
じゃあ
5000円ぐらい
5000円
になっちゃう。
すごっ公衆トイレが全然街中にない
ない全然ない
夜閉まるってことそれともトイレがない
トイレがない駅にもないし
でもルーマニアも同じ
同じ
なんか全然ないというよりは大きい駅だけにある乗り換えの駅とかあったりするけど大抵の駅にはあまりない
Aren't there places where you can pay, like there's like a stall and you pay like, what, €1 or something and then you can use it?
There are some like that
Yeah.
But usually if it's in a park or something that's why I was talking about parks because in Romania you wouldn't really want to use them that often but you have like public toilets in the park but it's not like in Japan because in Japan it's kind of like a building that has toilets right now in Romania it's like a green square
Yeah.
where you can enter and do your business
Okay.
now we have some that are like the normal ones where you flush the toilets but like 5-10 years ago most of public toilets in the park were the ones that wouldn't use water.
Oh, it's they have a tank, right?
Yeah. Like a very deep hole.
Yeah. Wow.
日本語でなんていうか知ってるポットン便所っていう
ポットン便所。
そうなんでかって言ったら多分
ポン
ポットン便所日本はだからコンビニあるもんねでも外でやるくらいならもう漏らした方がいいってことよね
いやそれはないでしょ
5000円取られちゃうから次は
I'll comment on that and say,
Okay.
same thing in Canada, right? Like, if you go out somewhere and you can't even drink outside. That's like, it's illegal in Canada. So, in Japan, you can, right, go to the konbini, buy beer or whatever, and you can go to the park and have a hanami or whatever, right? That's totally okay. But in Canada, that's illegal and you'll get fined for it. So that's why you have the the stereotype of like the beer in the brown bag. Have you seen that before?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
黒の茶色いやつに
そう
そう
なんかワインとか、なんかお酒入れてこうやって隠してる。
It's illegal, so that's why you have to hide it, right? But it's kind of dumb, right? Because if you make outside drinking illegal, if you don't have access to public toilets illegal, I think it'll just make your cities dirtier, don't you think? If you don't have a toilet, then you're going to want to pee outside, right? But if you force people to do illegal activity, it's not good for anyone.
Yeah.
I think, right? But I think that if you have, like in Japan, you have konbini and stuff like that, right? If you have public toilets, it just makes it a lot easier for people to like exist, don't you think?
Yeah.
Right? Because you can go to the bathroom and it's
Yeah.
no problem, right? Yeah.
Basic human needs.
Yeah, right. Yeah. People pee. People use the bathroom. You should have those things available to you, right? That's why Japan, I think, is really easy to live in, right? Very convenient, right?
みんなの国のトランスポーテーションは日本に比べてどうなの？
Inconvenient.
いやそれを言わせたいわけじゃなくて、なんかこういうところはいいよねとか、こういうところは悪いよねみたいなのあったりする？
I would say Japanese transportation it's expensive, like extremely expensive. Like yes, it's very convenient, but it also hurts your
But that maybe for Romania because I think that's actually too much cheap. But I mean, he's from Barcelona, the capital, but I am a little bit more for, let's say, Naka, countryside. So in the end, I have like 45 minutes from my city to central Barcelona. For me, picking the train and going to Barcelona central, it's like, to yen, it's like 350 yen. Only going. Then, of course, you have to pick metro there or something and then coming back. So in the end, for me, from my house to Barcelona and then coming back, in the end, it's like 700 yen. So for me, coming here, like people would say Japanese transportation is expensive or something. It's insane, really.
Isn't it because you're living in a bad area?
Bad
Not bad, but like I mean,
far
not
away,
a bad area, but far away area from the middle of the city.
I don't think so.
日本だったらどことどこら辺？
まあ例えば日本だったら東京の渋谷から横浜まででそれは270円ぐらいになるんだけど安いと思わない。倍にしてもそれでも全然日本の方が安い。
なるほど。
僕ら大阪の人だから東京のこと全然わかんない。
Where is Shibuya?
そういう日本の交通高いというイメージあるんだけど、強くその場所によって全然安いなと思う時もあるんだけど。
A thing that I was surprised in Romania when I went back once was as I was coming down the street, going back home, close to the subway station, I saw someone like begging for like food and money. And you don't see that in Japan. I actually never saw it. In Romania, sometimes homeless people also beg for like a little help. But even in Japan, like from what I heard, it's considered shameful to like ask for help in that way. Whereas in Romania, because we have Christianity, like everyone is Orthodox, it's considered a good deed to like help people in need. On the idea of you should help people in need. You do see quite a few beggars on the streets, like, please, can you spare me some change level kind of thing, or like, can you spare me some food? They would say next to these stands, like bagel stands. Oh, can you spare me one of your bagels, please? I'm very hungry. Yeah, and people would just give them.
I mean, I live in Nishinari, right, in Osaka, which is like known to be a really homeless. There's many homeless people there, and compared to my experience in Canada, like, I never have been. Not that I've been harassed really in Canada, but they keep to themselves. In fact, they're quite nice. They'll say hello to me and stuff on the street, and it's a bit different, right? I think some people would feel, in Canada at least, they would feel uneasy about living in an area with lots of homeless people. But in Japan, it's just not like that. I never once felt unsafe or anything. I never felt like they would do anything to me. Yeah, if anything, I feel like they would probably help me before they would do anything wrong to me. If I asked them, like, can you hold this for a second or something, they'd be okay.
So in Canada, you feel unsafe if there's a lot
Well,
of...
no, I personally don't think that way, but I'm sure there are people who do think that way,
I
right?
see.
Like in big cities like in Toronto or in Vancouver, places that have a big homeless population are kind of known to be you shouldn't go there because there's lots of not because of the homeless people, but it's just known to be a bit more dangerous. There's lots of illicit activity or whatever that goes on there, so people are a bit more concerned about being there. But in Japan, I just don't feel that way at all.
That's why I was surprised when I went back, because I forgot about the existence of beggars while living in Japan. And like when I encountered that in Romania, I was like, I don't remember what I need to do anymore.
Yeah, what's socially appropriate?
What was the socially appropriate response for this?
We also have beggars asking for money, especially we can find in front of the market, like something like that.
In the supermarket or in the metro.
But I mean, there are two kind of types, like the kind of beggar that they actually like they do something. Maybe let's say they are like have some kind of instrument.
Oh, they try to earn the
yes.
right? Yeah.
And then the other people that they are just sitting because maybe, of course, they don't have the good hygienic conditions. They have some kind of injury, like let's say a cut or something. They would show to everyone.
Right.
Like recently, I've been in Spain. I traveled like let's say 3 months ago, something like that. I don't remember. But anyway, when I was already in the airport, Spain airport in Barcelona, I never traveled outside of Spain before if it's not for coming to Japan. So when I arrived, like there were like two kind of security check control. There was one with policemen and another one with machine or something like that. I went there, of course I went with policemen because in the end, they're human. Of course, it's better for me if I need to ask some kind of information. So I went and asked to the policeman, like, excuse me, could you please tell me the difference between doing queue here and in the other side? And then that woman was like, eh? I got like that kind of reaction, like suddenly chip. Of course, this is Spain, not Japan. If it's Japan, excuse me, could you repeat? Or, this is the queue for that. Super, just a free way, But really, after that, I was like, okay, chip, I am in Spain. So I was like, so which is the difference between being here and there, Not being rude, but not being that extra polite. And then she was like, there are machines there. Only that's it. Only that.
Wow.
Already I got that kind of shock. That's really, this is Spain. It's not Japan anymore.
The difference in customer service.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Public interactions.
Yeah.
どう？二人はどう思う？自分の国で。
You're going to the store, like a clothing store, and you want to ask the person working there something. If the person working there had a bad day or like it's not in a good mood in Romania, they might take that out on the customers. It's like kind of like you ask them something. How do you know that? Yeah, it's here.
本当にそれ
Yeah, they do it.
やば日本でそんなんやったらアンケートにめっちゃ書かれる
They're not that common, but they exist. That's the difference, right? Like in Japan, it's like ありえない話, right? Yeah.
It's like almost a 0% chance that would happen here, kind of thing.
Yeah.
なんかさでもちょっと寂しいなって思うのが日本ってコンビニ入ったらなんだろうもうマニュアルな感じでいらっしゃいませありがとうございましたこれなんかアメリカとかに旅行した時は
雑談する
そうなんかいい天気だねみたいなでもこっちからしたらさ英語そんなによくわかんないからさそうですねめっちゃドキドキしながらなんか
Or like something that they have in Japan マニュアル的なことじゃないものを聞いたり頼んだりしたら戸惑うことが多い店員さんが、こっちは戸惑わない
どうする
Oh yeah, let me check if we can do that
ああなるほどねスペインはどんな感じなのレジとかに行くでしょいい天気だねじゃないけどなんかその闘牛この前の闘牛見たみたいな
確かに完全にもう友達同士の話
みたいな感じ
列並んでて、もう8人9人ぐらい、でそのまま話してて、
みんな待ってんのみんな待ってる迷惑それ迷惑
もうガツ人は絶対いると思う後ろ
Oh, or like something in Romania that you have when you go to the small grocery store, usually the one that sells mainly vegetables and sweets, and there's like an older woman, like a grandma, doing it, you get like some very interesting 雑談。なんか人生の話をしてくる感じ。
なんかでもいいよね。なんかこっちからしたらいいなって思うところもあるし、まあでも8人後ろに待たせてたら絶対にめっちゃ急ぐと思う。で1個聞きたいことがあるの。
はい。
ウォシュレット使ってる人いやこれさ、これ海外行ったらホテルとかでもウォシュレットついてないとこ多いイメージがあるの。
ない
あれどうにかしてほしいし困らないみんな。なんか帰った時にあウォシュレットないってならない？
逆にそれは日本来たばかりのカルチャーショックだった。So I've been living in Japan for 4 years, right? I've used the washlet for the first time in my life 2 years ago.
怖かったんだ。
Yeah, like I had friends who was like, no man, it's very good. It's like that shit is shutting up my ass.
But then once you use it, you can never turn
Yeah,
back.
yeah, exactly.
You can never turn back. You're not the same after that.
It's like it's way cleaner to. It just makes so much sense. Like of course you're way cleaner with water than just wiping.
Right. You can divide your life into 2 eras. It's like before washlet and then
Yeah.
after washlet, right?
みんな同じ気持ちだった？
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
あれが一番僕日本の素晴らしいことだと思ってる。
本当に
マジで。
Truly a life-changing
Yes.
experience. Truly, honestly.
I agree.
はい、ということで今日はいろんな国のみんなに逆カルチャーショックの話について聞いてみました。
どうだった
店員さんの接客の話とかは、なんか日本にもいいとこがあるし海外にもいいとこがあったりして、なんかそれぞれの国でね違いがあって面白いし、もっと話を聞きたいと思いました。このトークが面白いと思った人は、まあいろんなねこんな日本の話をしながら海外のことを知れるような動画をこれからも作っていきたいと思いますので、グッドボタンとコメントをよろしくお願いします。じゃあ今日ね来てくれたガルシアさんチャンネルの方も必ずチェックしてください。概要欄からお願いします。
富士とコラボがなんか if you like 絶対 press like button because really that was amazing. I think so, no? Interesting, no?
それでは次の動画でまたお会いしましょう。バイバイ。
バイバイ。
I haven't gone back to Canada since moving to Japan, but I can imagine, right? Say I want to go shopping to the mall or something, and I have to take transit to get there because I don't have a car. In Japan, I would think, oh, I just go down to this train station and a train will come in 2 minutes, right? I don't have to wait very long, right? But in Canada, if I miss the bus, it's going to be another 20, 30 minutes before the next bus comes. Or if sometimes there are different bus routes, right? So the one stop will service many different buses. So a bus will come, but it won't go to my destination. So I have to wait and have several buses pass by me before I get the bus that I want, right? And so I can imagine when I go back this summer that, oh, I want to go downtown or something like that. Oh, wait, I can't just go. I have to plan ahead. Oh, I have to be sure I'm at the bus stop by this time. And I have to account for if the buses are early or buses are late and traffic, things like that. And so that's yeah.
チャンネル登録
お願い
します。